think we are at a point where it's getting a bit ridiculous when people expect a place like the internet to be PC. While I do agree with the aspects of using respectful language to address others out of basic human decency, we can all definitely agree that the internet is not a nice place to anyone. And by putting yourself out there, whether it be your opinion or a photo of yourself, you are 99.9% guaranteed to receive one or a couple mean or distasteful comments. And it still confuses me how people don't quite understand this. A good story that demonstrates this problem is South Park Season 19, Episode 5, Safe Space. The episode starts off with Cartman in the principal's office crying because he posted a shirtless photo on Twitter and got completely destroyed in the comments.
And I looked at the picture and I looked pretty ripped. So later at home I put the picture up on my Yelp account and I typed in, "Don't I look ripped?" And I thought people would be stoked on me. And this morning I saw the comments on Twitter and some people called me names and said I wasn't ripped and they said I was fat and I didn't have muscle. The internet made fun of me.
So to make sure that Eric doesn't get body shamed, PC Principal orders Butters, by threatening him with detention, to sift through Cartman's comments to remove all the bad ones and only give him the good ones on paper. Knowing he will get grounded, Butters accepts. By the way, isn't it funny that Eric Cartman, out of all people, with how much evil he's done, is the main person bitching about people saying mean things on the internet? Ironic. But moving on. The next day, Butters hands Eric his positive comments, who now believes that all of a sudden people think he's super cool. The obvious problem here is that Cartman wants to use the internet without any consequences, which is how I imagine a shit ton of people want to use it as well. The issue with that is it's completely impossible. Negativity is bound to find you in every aspect of your life, in work, at school, in relationships, and on the internet. Having something mean said or done to you is inevitable, and it's your job as you get older to figure out how to deal with those situations. Now, an obvious sleep-deprived Butters is ordered by PC Principal to go through the comments of Demi Lovato, Vin Diesel, Steven Seagal, and a whole team of plus-sized models to make sure they, like Eric, can post and not get criticized.
I really respect, it's plus-size models who challenge the idea of what makes a woman beautiful. These ladies are going to be part of a big ad campaign for plus-size lingerie, and we want to make sure they're protected from any harassing comments.
Do I have to, sir?
Hey, they're going to be putting themselves out there, and all I'm asking you to do is go through their social media and delete the 2 or 3 comments that are mean.
PC Principal, I don't think you quite realize how much negative stuff I have to sift through.
I know it's a lot, but I just really need you to help these plus-size models. And Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, too?
Look, bro, you've done an amazing job with Eric Cartman. You have really turned his life around, and other people deserve to be as happy as he is.
This then leads to a musical number about safe spaces, which is the next part I want to get into. A safe space, by definition, is a place or an environment in which a person or category of people can feel confident that they will not be exposed to discrimination, criticism, harassment, or any other emotional, physical harm. These are often found on university campuses or corporate in-work environments. I know when I was in college, there was like one in every building. But I'm just gonna be honest. The internet is not your safe space. I personally think that it's worse than ever that nowadays kids my age and younger are being conditioned to think that the world is just supposed to be this happy-go-lucky, jolly place where nobody should have anything said about them in a critical way ever. Then it just puts people in this headspace that's what reality is, and that's not true. I love this life like a lot of people do, but I won't deny it can also be a cold, uncomfortable place at times, but that's a part of the game. The episode ends with the town just agreeing that killing the physical manifestation of reality is easier than actually facing it. But the point of all this is that I think instead of sheltering people from criticism or hate, we should be teaching people how to ignore and not give a fuck about what others say, so that inevitably when it does come, it's just something you can dust off and keep living your life, instead of it becoming this pile of trauma that will just tear you down. Cartman said he thought he looked ripped. Whether that's because he lost a few pounds or whatever, he was confident enough to post it. But because he gave a shit about what too many people thought, he let it break him. People have to start learning how to coat their mind with thicker skin so that something as little as Randy Marsh calling you fat doesn't bother you. Focus on keeping your emotions in check for the little things that bother you, so when something more detrimental hits you, it won't be able to break your spirit. Because believe me, bigger problems will find you in life. I myself am currently in the process of doing that right now, because with where I'm trying to go with this YouTube thing, I'm gonna get hate every single day, and I want to be prepared for it. But I want to know your opinion. Comment down below. How do you think people should handle hate or criticism on the internet?